So it's been 7 days since we revived the original free-to-play series and went to Town Hall 15. What's going on, my friends from Clash of Clans? My name is Joe and welcome to episode 2 of the Town Hall 15 free-to-play series. Hardly constitutes as a show at this point, huh? I'm so inconsistent. I'm so sorry for that, guys. What had happened was I went up to the Tennessee mountains and did some fishing and meditation and then went to go see a very old friend of mine. Actually, it's like one of my best friends from the Army. So you know how it goes down when you get around your best friends. Nothing else really matters, you know. Like, I did log into the account and I did play Clash of Clans, and I made sure to put down builders and complete star bonuses. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Clash of Clans has changed a lot over the years, and it's a lot of underlying things. So what's the difference here is that if you continue to play Clash of Clans every single day, they reward you a lot, you know, clan games and clan war leagues and raid medals every weekend, and then also the special events and medal events, unlocking those epic abilities for free before anybody else gets them. It does pay to continue to play in a way. However, if you return to the game many years ago, they didn't give you much of anything. They were just like, thanks for playing and thanks for coming back. But now they give you all these boosts and magic items. Check this out. We got a couple of magic items from logging back into the account, like an additional book of building that actually stacked on top of one that we already had. And it also gave us that hammer of building, which I don't really think I'm going to use at this level, but we'll see. And then I also already had the 2 books of heroes. And then there's another one inside of the season pass, as well as inside of the clan games. Like, we're gonna have to spend 4 books in the next couple of days, but I have to wait for this boost to complete because we were reduced on all of our upgrade times by half. And let me explain what is different, because it's very interesting how they kind of give you stuff for coming back to the game. Even though you feel so far away, there's a lot that's being given. Let's start with the shiny ore. I was able to complete my daily star bonus every single day and get 4 times star bonus as well as the boosted ore. We went up 16,800 shiny ore. We got 21,585 shiny to spend, and we went up 900 glowy ore. Doesn't seem like a lot, but glowy is a lot harder to get than, you know, shiny. So of course it doesn't seem like a large jump, but we got 1,742 of the glowy ore. Now we still need to do some clan war or something to get some starry ore for later on when we do get those epics, but right now we should be able to upgrade the abilities that we plan on using, i.e. the Eternal Tome. Let's go ahead and see if we can max that guy out, which I think we should. All right. Eternal Tome's maxed. We just got back on the account a week ago and we've completed the final levels for the Eternal Tome. It is the first one maxed because I more than likely will use that in the future. And then we still got 11,385 shiny, 542 on the glowy. Why in the world did this get put back? The Archer Queen, I don't use Archer Puppet at all. Like, I don't even know why that was there. And we actually had the action figure equipped as well. So we should, let's see, we might be able to get close to maxing, but I don't think we're going to have enough glowy. Yeah, there we go. We're going to run out of glowy and be stuck at level 14 for a little bit longer. Not that big of a deal. We'll just have to save it up over the next couple of days. And we could also purchase some from the raid medal section. I think we got a little bit. You know what? I'm going to save those raid medals because currently I purchased the wall rings to sell, gem farming because we need to save up gems, and we're going to hold on to, well, no, we're not. We're going to do this. We're going to buy the research potions because we're also doing laboratory upgrades. And then we also had the half price on buildings, and we made a large dent on offensive upgrades. We finished the laboratory. Inside the laboratory, I maxed out the dragon and the lightning spell, currently upgrading the baby dragon. So we'll go from there and see what else we're going to upgrade. I just got to focus on what armies I plan on upgrading, and the one that I want to use, I already have maxed out. Dragons and Dragon Riders, they're maxed out. We're good to go there, and we don't need anything else, realistically. We also finished the Hero Hall upgrade and started the upgrade on the Archer Queen, Minion Prince, and Grand Warden, but I didn't want to use a book because the upgrades were only 3 days. Like, that's a complete waste of a book on a 3-day upgrade when in reality there's supposed to be 7 or 8-day upgrades, and that's when we want to use our books. So once that boost finishes, then we'll drop books on probably, I don't know, Archer Queen, because she takes the longest, a lot longer than the Grand Warden. And then we also upgraded the pet house. So the pet house went up to level 6. That's actually 2 levels and is currently going to level 7. We have 1 more level to go to unlock the Phoenix, which is the one that I planned on upgrading anyways. But since we did have some dark elixir, and by upgrading to level 5 pet house, we went ahead and started upgrading Lassie just to have something in there upgrading. I more than likely won't use this pet, and yes, it is a total waste of dark elixir in my opinion, but I also have a hard time allowing these types of buildings to be idle when it could be upgrading something. It's just how I work sometimes. And then we also did all 4 of the army camps. Our troop capacity is now 320 housing space. And yes, we're using sneaky goblins, and I'll explain why here in a moment. And right now we have the clan castle down for upgrade. It was a 3-day 17, so it's probably a 3-day 20-hour upgrade. It's normally much higher than that, so we're going to take advantage of the boost there, as well as upgrading the barracks to unlock the Root Rider. We do have books of building that we could use, but why would we not save those for things like maybe upgrading the monolith or upgrading the scatter shots or something, you know? So we're going to save those books, and once the boost concludes, we'll go from there and see how we're going to apply those magic items. I know that I'm full on my forge. I'll point it out for you. I know that somebody's already triggered and commented about it. I'm trying to find a clan to dump that stuff. I meant to do that before I started recording this video, but I kind of forgot. But yeah, so they do reward you for coming back to the game. Now, this is not me trying to encourage you taking a break in the game. You know, if you love Clash of Clans, play your heart out, but just know that if real life strikes and you have other things that you need to do, that you're going to be rewarded for coming back to the game. It's not like you're going to just log back in and jump right back in where you left off. Yes, you will miss things like possible epic abilities and all of the ore that you could have collected to do upgrades on those pieces of equipment, but at the same time, they seem to give you quite a bit to rebound off of that. So here's a question for you. Does anybody out there use sneaky goblins anymore? I mean, I remember back when the training time was removed, I saw a lot of content being posted saying that farming armies were dead and that it wasn't worth using sneaky goblins anymore, and I have to highly disagree. And what I mean by that is we were purposely trophy pushing to, you know, get to Titans League as the goal because we get a higher amount of ore when we're up that high. However, I have moments where I really have a short period of time that I have to play. Like, you know, I was up in the mountains and hanging out with my friend that I really didn't have a lot of time to do dragon attacks and wait for clan castle troops and 3-minute attacks. It takes a while to finish an attack in 3-star, and I needed resources fast so I could continue to get my builders back down. Like right now we're empty on elixir and I have a Grand Warden upgrade completing in 10 hours and 52 minutes. So I need to grind elixir yet again. And I find that sneaky goblins are they remain the fastest method of collection of resources. No, you're not getting a lot of trophies from 1-star attacks. You get 1 trophy in most cases. However, I am able to collect the resources really fast when the loot is available. Like right now, it's okay. Like that's a little harder to get to. A lot of times I try to find easy bases to take down, you know, the ones that have a lot of resources on the outsides, like this guy right here. This one's perfect, and it only takes a few minutes to, you know, I don't even need to explain this. You guys have been proficient at sneaky goblin farming since 2020, right? Since they were released, we've been grinding with sneaky goblins, for those of you that actually use them. But for those of you that feel like farming armies are dead and that you actually have to wait for an army to train, well, you don't have to wait for an army to train at all anymore. But for those of you that feel like you have to maintain collection of trophies all the time, but you also need resources, you can forego a lot of trophies, not lose, but you can take just one trophy at a time and still climb very, very slowly. But the trade-off is that you're getting a massive amount of resources. Let's see if we can grab the rest of the resources here before I get distracted and continue to talk to you, because I tend to do that, and then I mess up, and then you guys think I don't even know how to play the game, which sometimes it looks like I don't, which is a higher probability than anything else. There's some gold right there, and we have resources around the town hall, so let's drop some haste. I know that some of you will comment and say that I should be using like earthquakes or something, or a bunch of jumps and no earthquakes or no invisibilities or whatever, but it's a personal preference. I like this army. I've been using this army for many years, and I've had a lot of success. Although I'm not very successful right there because I have to wait for the poison bomb, which is kind of annoying. But there is some dark elixir on the back end that I really would like to get because, again, we have an Archer Queen upgrade and a Minion Prince upgrade that we need to knock out. And let's see if we can place that invisibility just right to get the dark elixir and move out. Actually, we could probably hide them again. Almost. We almost got all of it, but I mean, that's pretty good. And it only took, what, 2 minutes-ish? I mean, and then we can go right back out and do it again really, really fast. Now, the thing is if the game's actually giving up resources, and that's where you have to find yourself into the trophy range, which I'm very interested to see how the new system's going to play out, which I'm supposed to be, I think they're doing a play test on that. I gotta look to see. But I'm very interested to see how they change the trophy system and the collection of resources, because I believe that's supposed to be a part of the left option, not the competitive option. I don't know. We'll have to see how it plays out when the update content starts coming our way. No, I do not know when that's going to be. I wish I could tell you, and as soon as I find out, I will let you know. I'm not going to skip out on that. Update content's always fun to cover. However, right now, I just don't have an answer for you as much as I wish I could, you know? And some of you just have no patience. You get so excited about the game that you don't have any patience and you expect me to have all the answers, and I really, really don't. So let's go ahead and grab these town hall so we don't take the loss. Make sure we get the one trophy off of it. Waiting for the poison to render, and there we go. Dropping invisibility so that way we make sure we get that town hall, and there we go. Most of the resources collected. There's a little bit of gold, but ideally, I don't want to claim too much gold because I have to wait for the builder to come back from the Grand Ward, and that way I can spend off my gold. We did do some walls, though. Let me see how many walls we've done. 31 pieces of level 16 wall already. Not even trying to upgrade walls. That's just all the extra loot that was coming from the 4-time star bonus, like I said in the upgrade priority guide. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below what suggestions you have, what you've noticed about the account that I've failed to do, and we'll see you in the next one, boys.